Welcome to the Global Wired, bringing you the latest news from around the world. For decades, the world's oil superpowers, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Canada, Iran, and Russia, have shaped economies, influenced the rise and fall of nations, and dictated the course of global policy. Their vast reserves have powered industries, fueled conflicts, and determined the fate of millions, making oil not just a commodity, but a tool of immense power and leverage. But on August 8, 2025, everything changed in a way no one could have predicted. The world awoke to headlines that would send shockwaves through every government and boardroom. The Philippines, long considered a minor player in the energy sector, stunned the world by announcing a discovery that eclipses even Russia's entire proven oil reserves. This was not just another oil find, it was a game-changer of historic proportions. Overnight, the Philippines vaulted from the periphery to the very center of the global energy stage, capturing the attention of investors, governments, and energy giants everywhere. Financial markets erupted in a frenzy, with oil prices swinging wildly. Newsrooms scrambled to cover the unfolding story while diplomats rushed into urgent meetings, trying to assess the implications for their own countries. The discovery, a colossal offshore oil field, instantly transformed the Philippines into a new energy heavyweight, with the potential to reshape global supply chains and alliances. This is more than a geological marvel. It's a geopolitical earthquake, shaking the foundations of established power structures and forcing a global reckoning. For the Philippines, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for national rebirth, economic prosperity, and newfound global influence. Hopes are high for better jobs, improved infrastructure, and a brighter future for millions of Filipinos. But with great wealth comes great risk. The nation now faces the challenges of resource nationalism, mounting international pressure, and the ever-present threat of the infamous resource curse, where sudden riches can bring instability, corruption, and conflict. The world's energy narrative has been rewritten. Every major nation must now rethink its strategy, alliances, and economic forecasts in light of this seismic shift. The Philippines' rise doesn't just add oil to the market, it fundamentally shifts the balance of global power, setting the stage for a new era in the world's energy story. The Apalaki supergiant, 200 kilometers west of Palawan, is the epicenter of this seismic shift. Discovered by a Philippine-led consortium with Shell and ExxonMobil, the field holds an estimated 95 billion barrels of high-quality crude. Advanced seismic imaging and deep-sea drilling unlocked this multi-layered reservoir, rivaling Saudi Arabia's legendary Ghawar field. The president's televised announcement declared a new era for the Filipino people. Production is set to begin within 3 years, with peak output projected at over 5 million barrels per day by 2035. The Apalaki find is a testament to technological innovation and bold investment in a once-overlooked region. Before Apalaki, the Philippines barely registered in global oil statistics. Now, with 95 billion barrels, it leaps into the world's top 6 oil powers, surpassing Russia and rivaling the UAE and Kuwait. This upends the global energy hierarchy, sending shockwaves through OPEC and the International Energy Agency. As a non-OPEC producer, the Philippines introduces a powerful new free market force, challenging the cartel's grip on prices. For energy consumers, this means greater supply diversity and reduced reliance on volatile regions. The Philippines' reserves are far from the Strait of Hormuz, offering a strategic alternative for global oil flows. Southeast Asia now emerges as a critical energy hub. The world's energy map has been redrawn. The Philippines' rise is not just a numbers game, it's a psychological shift in global power. The Apalaki supergiant is a new anchor in the world's energy security. The energy world reacted with astonishment and analysis. Newsrooms buzzed with excitement as experts scrambled to interpret the implications. Industry veterans, analysts, and policymakers alike recognized that this was not just another headline, it was a seismic shift in the global energy landscape, one that would ripple through markets and boardrooms for years to come. Dr. Peril of the International Energy Agency called it a pivotal moment for global energy security, highlighting the benefits of a new major producer outside traditional power centers. He emphasized that the emergence of the Philippines as a key player could help diversify supply chains, reduce dependency on established exporters, and potentially stabilize volatile markets. For many, this was a long-awaited breakthrough. Goldman Sachs labeled Apalaki the most significant supply-side event of the century, predicting a long-term drop in oil prices and a major upgrade for the Philippine economy. Their analysts forecasted increased foreign investment, a surge in job creation, and a transformation of the nation's financial standing. The Philippine peso, they noted, could become a regional powerhouse. Geopolitical experts warned of a direct challenge to Russia's influence, as the Philippines offers a stable alternative for Europe and Asia. With new shipping routes and supply agreements on the horizon, the balance of power in global energy politics could shift dramatically. Some even speculated about new alliances forming in response to this development. Former Philippine Energy Secretary Vicente Perez urged the creation of a sovereign wealth fund, stressing the need for transparency and long-term planning. He cautioned against short-term thinking and called for robust institutions to manage the windfall, ensuring that the benefits reach all Filipinos, not just a privileged few. The message was clear: this is a once-in-a-millennium opportunity, but also a test of national institutions. The world has seen resource booms before, and the outcomes have varied widely. Success will depend on wise governance, careful stewardship, and a commitment to the public good. The Philippines must avoid the resource curse and invest for future generations. Experts stress the importance of channeling oil revenues into education, healthcare, and sustainable infrastructure, laying the groundwork for a diversified economy that can thrive long after the oil is gone. The world is watching how Manila will wield its new power. International media outlets are closely following every policy announcement, every move by the government, and every sign of how the country will handle its newfound wealth and influence. The stakes are high, not just for the Philippines but for the entire global order. Decisions made in Manila could affect energy prices, diplomatic relations, and economic stability across continents. The eyes of investors, governments, and ordinary citizens are fixed on what happens next. The Unveiling Discovery is a turning point for energy, economics, and geopolitics. It represents not only a vast new resource, but also a chance to reshape the future of a nation and its place in the world. The challenge now is to turn oil wealth into lasting prosperity. The choices made today will echo for generations, determining whether this moment becomes a golden era or a missed opportunity for the Philippines. News of Unveiling sent oil prices tumbling. Brent crude dropped over 12% in a day. Markets recalibrated, anticipating an era of abundant supply and lower prices. Oil majors with stakes in Unveiling soared, while high-cost producers faced a reckoning. The field's low extraction costs threaten expensive projects worldwide, triggering industry upheaval. For renewables, the impact is double-edged. Cheap oil could slow the transition, but new wealth could fund green investments. OPEC faces a dilemma: defend market share or accept a diminished role as the Philippines enters the fray. The Philippines' leap past Russia is more than just a statistic. It's a seismic shift that delivers a significant blow to Moscow's long-standing geopolitical clout. For decades, Russia has relied on its vast oil reserves to project power and influence across continents, but now, a new player is emerging on the global stage. Russia's energy leverage over Europe and Asia is rapidly weakening as buyers, eager for stability and reliability, turn to a new nearby alternative in the Philippines. This shift is not just about economics, it's about trust, security, and the future of energy alliances. Lower oil prices are now threatening Russia's national budget, undermining its military ambitions and shrinking its foreign policy reach. The ripple effects are being felt in every sector of Russian society, from government spending to everyday life. The Unveiling Discovery acts as a de facto economic sanction, forcing Russia to urgently rethink its global strategy. It's as if the world has imposed a new set of rules and Russia must adapt or risk falling further behind. Europe and Asia are now rushing to secure Philippine oil, sparking a wave of investment in new trade routes, shipping lanes, and energy infrastructure. The Philippines is quickly becoming a vital hub in the global energy network. In response, Russia may pivot even more toward China, deepening their energy partnership. But this comes at a cost: greater dependency on a single buyer, and less freedom to maneuver on the world stage. Moscow could also try to disrupt Unveiling's development, using regional disputes or sophisticated cyber tactics to slow the Philippines' rise. The competition for energy dominance is entering a new, unpredictable phase. The global chessboard has shifted dramatically, and Russia's next move is shrouded in uncertainty. Every decision now carries higher stakes and unpredictable consequences. The Philippines' rise marks a strategic realignment for the 21st century, signaling a new era where emerging nations can reshape the balance of power. The world is watching closely, analyzing every development as Russia scrambles to adapt to its diminished role in the global energy order. The energy order has been upended and the consequences will echo across the globe for years to come. Apalachi's location in the contested South China Sea brings China into the spotlight. While the field lies within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, China's sweeping claims and naval power loom large. Beijing's response calls for joint development, but no concession of its claims. The presence of ExxonMobil and the U.S.-Philippines Defense Treaty raise the stakes, risking a major power standoff. The U.S. will defend its interests and the rule of law, making Apalaki a symbol of great power competition. Manila must assert its rights while avoiding direct confrontation, seeking support from allies to deter interference. The prosperity promised by Apalaki depends as much on diplomacy as on engineering. The South China Sea is now the world's most strategic energy flashpoint. Apalaki offers the Philippines a path to prosperity, potentially over $100 billion in annual revenue. The government is fast-tracking a sovereign wealth fund modeled on Norway's to safeguard the windfall for future generations. Strict transparency and anti-corruption measures are in place to avoid the resource curse. But risks loom. Rapid currency appreciation could hurt other industries, and vast wealth could fuel corruption and inequality. The social fabric will be tested, but millions of new jobs could reverse decades of labor migration. Environmental pressures on Palawan's ecosystems must be managed carefully. The nation's future hinges on wise governance and inclusive growth. Apalachi's legacy will be defined by how the Philippines balances wealth, equity, and sustainability. The Apalaki supergiant is a black swan event, transforming the Philippines into a global energy powerhouse. The world's energy map has been redrawn, with new alliances and economic realities emerging. Oil abundance may cap prices for a generation, challenging old business models and power structures. For the Philippines, the discovery is both a blessing and a test, offering prosperity, but risking corruption and conflict. The creation of a transparent sovereign wealth fund is a crucial first step. As Apalachi's oil prepares to flow, the world faces a defining question. Will this last great gusher fuel a sustainable future, or anchor us to the past? The next chapter in the global energy story begins now.